Well, we wanted to sort of go back to the origins of what made Spider-Man and Peter Parker so unique, and that's how we just really sort of doubled down on the idea that he's a kid. He's a high school student in this crazy universe. He has to keep his identity a secret, which a lot of the other characters in the MCU don't. At the beginning of the movie, Peter loves being Spider-Man, but he doesn't love being Peter Parker. Peter Parker sort of represents everything that he was, which to him is just a weird, outsidery, science-y nerd. And now he has this whole new future life ahead of him, being a superhero and having met Tony Stark and, thinking that he beat up Captain America and all that. That's all. He's already moved on. But what he hasn't done is sort of come to terms with who Peter Parker is and everything that sort of happened to him in the past. I think that's going to be the journey, is him realizing that you can't move ahead to be Spider-Man until you've really figured out who you are as Peter Parker.
Do you think that's what it is that makes the character being younger work? Because, he's supposed to be, what is he, 15 in this movie?
He doesn't have his license.
Yeah. So why do you think that's so important for this character that he is that age?
Because I wanted the movie to be fun, and I wanted to, instead of immediately hitting people over the head with the weight and responsibility of what it means to be a superhero, which is a big part of the story, I wanted to start from a place of enthusiasm.
Why is Tom Holland's Spider-Man shown to be weaker, naive, and foolish compared to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man? Because it makes me more interesting, I guess. Gives me more room to grow. If you start out a badass, there's nowhere to go. I don't know. Probably just pissed off a load of Tobey Maguire fans. I love Tobey's movies. They changed my life growing up.
Felt that maybe at the end of Homecoming, one of the things that he's realized is that he doesn't need those bells and whistles in the same way that he might have thought he did at the beginning of that film. So part of him sort of stripping back the technology from that suit as part of his growth. Yeah, that's part of the longer arc that we're trying to tell, is showing him going from being a friendly neighborhood kid who's kind of nervous and screwing up to learning how it works and becoming a real Spider-Man.
Changed and took shape. Did you find yourself having to make any changes to Far From Home?
No, actually. I know that things did shift around while they were shooting and editing those films, but they always knew how it was going to end. And so I always knew where we were going to start. So that, fortunately, stayed pretty consistent for me. To me, it was always about Peter designing his own suit in that moment and incorporating things that he's either needs or liked along the way. And I always felt like in the back of his head, he thought that black suit looked pretty cool. Yeah. And so he wanted to incorporate a little bit more of that into the suit that he designs, versus the red and blue that he got from Tony.